What's up everyone? Welcome or welcome back to the Marketing Nomad YouTube channel. I am the Marketing Nomad. Alrighty, so I feel like every Friday we can maybe talk about a challenge that I'm facing or a challenge that I faced and overcome. Just that I am making this entire video series so that I can document my journey, and I also feel like it will be helpful for you to also know maybe something that I'm going through, maybe it's something that you are going through or have experienced in the past as well. And I also feel like it might also give you a more realistic background of what it is to be a digital entrepreneur or a business owner. There's always something or the other that's challenging you that week, and you have to learn how to face it. You have to learn how to grow beyond that. All right, so one challenge that I am facing this week, and I feel like it is going to be a challenge at least for the next month or two, is that I have changed a few things at the back end of my systems and processes for my business, all right? And I'll explain the reason why. So the stage of my business that it was in up until November of last year, all right? I had systems and processes and routines that were working really well for that stage of growth. Now there has been a change in the growth of my business. It is now entering the next phase. So I'm in that in-between phase where I need to correct my systems and processes in order to handle the next stage of growth for my business, in order to support that, in order to sustain that. And I felt that intuitively around November that it is time for me to change things on the back end. Took me some time to figure out, and by Feb of this year I was able to maybe fully set up the systems and processes on the back end, shift a lot of things that could help me support the next stage of growth for my business. All right, now where I'm at right now is that I have created these systems and processes. I am doing them regularly. I am aligning myself. However, I am not seeing any difference in my 3D, in my physical reality around me, and that's a little bit disorienting. That's a little bit disorienting because I understand, like for me, being a spiritual worker as well, and being someone who's extremely spiritual, and I understand energy, I understand how it works. I do know that whatever I feel in 5D, it takes time for 3D to catch up. And even if you want to think about it from a more grounded perspective, like for example, in applying strategies, it takes time for you to see results, right? And so I am in that in-between phase right now where I am showing up, I am going through the routine, the systems and processes have set up, but I am not yet seeing the results of it in my 3D, in my physical reality. And it feels like I'm still in the same position as I was of November of last year, even though in my conscious mind, I know that there are so many things that I have changed, and I know that that is going to lead to some change in the outcome. It's just not being shown to me at this point in time. So one challenge that I'm facing this week is how to sustain my faith that whatever I have intuitively felt for my business and whatever systems and processes that I have changed, it is going to show me the results. It might not be 100% aligned, and I will have to maybe tweak and realign or shift things around at that point, but I will be able to see some changes in the results at some point, and I have to give it some time. And that by itself it's kind of put me in a little bit of a panic state this week, where I'm like, okay, it's been a month now, or it's been not necessarily a month, because it took me like 2 weeks to even get into the routine properly in order for me to fit the routines properly. So I guess I would say it's been 2 weeks, all right? And I know that it's going to take at least another month for me to start seeing results in my 3D, or results in terms of like KPI, so on and so forth, if you want to take like a more grounded perspective. So it's a little bit disorienting for me. It's a little bit like, okay, fine. I need to keep going. I need to have faith that what I'm doing, it is going to lead to where I am hoping to get to, and where I intuitively feel like my business is going to get to. And some of it is like strategies, and some of it I know that it will work out. It's just a matter of time, and it's just a matter of my business showing me that it is working. But it is a little bit annoying to be in this in-between phase where you're doing everything that you feel is aligned. And I feel really calm. I feel quite aligned when I think about the systems and processes. So I know that I'm doing something that is aligned. if there was some resistance or if there was some kind of confusion in me with respect to the processes, then I would know that, okay, something's off over here. But no, my body's calm, everything's calm. The only time I'm panicking is when I'm looking for the KPIs and the KPIs haven't really shown me any changes, and that's the only time that I'm panicking. But otherwise, if like tap into my energy of my body, is like very calm, I'm completely normal. I seem to know that yes, yeah, we're doing something that is aligned. So a little bit of a challenge is for me right now to have faith that whatever changes I have made on the back end, I will see results for it. And yes, the results may not be 100% aligned, but I will see some changes, I will see some results. It is just going to take time for that energy to ground, if I want to talk about it from an energy perspective, or for that strategy to ground as well, many strategies. So I need to give it the time that it needs to take in order for the results to show. And up until then, yes, I am in a limbo. Yes, it is going to be confusing. Yes, it is going to be a little bit of blind faith, which is where, my panic kind of comes around. So one thing that's been a bit challenging, and it probably will be a bit challenging for the next month, is how to keep going while you're not seeing any results in 3D, but you just know that it is going to show you at some point in time. Because sometimes you can be like, am I kidding myself? Or, am I kidding myself? Am I, just being delulu? But I feel very grounded in approaching my business this way, as in whatever changes I've made on the back end. So it's just a matter of time, and I need to give it the time that it needs to take in order for me to see the results. And that is hard. That is so difficult. And so that's where I'm at. That's the challenge that I'm facing this week. And I know that every time I panic, I'm gonna calm myself down. I'm gonna tell myself it's okay, it's okay. Results will come when they come, but you have to continue showing up. You have to continue doing what you're doing, because if I skip doing what I'm doing right now, then my results are not going to be aligned. So for me to even see the results 1 month down the line, I have to continue showing up in an aligned way right now. So that's something that I've been telling myself. But yeah, I mean, even if you want to talk about it from an energy perspective, it always takes time. Whatever you intuitively feel, whatever changes you make, there is a transition period, there is a limbo period where things shift for you. It might be shifting on the back end, but you might not be able to see it. But it does come into your 3D world, or in your attention field, I guess I would say. But it takes time. It takes time. And until that point, you have to kind of have that blind faith. You have to keep going. You have to keep showing up in that aligned way, even if there is no physical proof that what you are doing is helping you or it is alignment. So for me, my compass is how I'm feeling. My compass is if it feels like I'm calm, I'm cool, I'm balanced, I'm centered, there is no resistance to what I'm doing, I take that as a sign that yes, you are in alignment. Maybe 3D has no physical proof yet, but you are in alignment. Continue going down your path. It's going to take some time, but you will see the difference in your actions, or because of your actions, in just a little bit. All right. So that's where I'm at right now. That's the challenge that I'm facing. It's more of holding on to faith. It's more of holding on to what I feel, rather than me working against myself with my thoughts. All right, so I would love to hear from you as well. If there's something in your life that you are working towards, and you know that you are in alignment, like you can feel it, but it hasn't really shown up. There's no physical proof just yet. That in-between phase is a little bit annoying. It is. But I think I'm taking this to be part of the process. I think that's one big shift that I've had in the last couple of years, because previously I would get so annoyed with this in-between phase. Like, why hasn't the results shown up just yet? And sometimes I would think that it would show up in 1 month, but then it would take 3 months for the results to show. And what I've come to understand, or what I've come to tell myself, is that it will take the time that it needs. You can have an estimate, but it can take longer than that, and that's okay as well. It is going to take the time that it needs, because there are things sorting out at the back end that you can't really see, but it needs to take that time. All right, and I take this to be part of the process. Like, when you make a change, you will not see immediate difference, but you will feel the immediate difference within you, and keep going, be in that state for a while. That's part of the transition phase, and then you will see the actual changes in your 3D. So I take this to be part of the process where I make a change, and no, it's not that the change is seen immediately. No, I make the change, I feel the change within me first, and then I see the change in my 3D reality. Whether it is this way for my business or my personal relationships or even personal growth as well, this is something that I keep telling myself. Like, for example, if I want to get to a target weight, WEIGHT, right? And I start working out and I am feeling aligned to whatever workout that I am doing. I do understand that I am not going to see that jump right away. There is going to be a phase where maybe the scale doesn't even move for a little while, and then I will see that change in 3D, but I will feel it within me first, and that counts. So for me, what counts right now and how I'm soothing myself is I feel the change within me. I feel like, yes, something feels good, something feels aligned. I feel like I am in alignment with what I am hoping for, or whatever systems I have set up in order to support the next stage of growth for my business. It feels aligned at this point in time. So I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna hold on to that feeling. Every time I panic, I'm gonna keep reorienting myself back to that center, back to that feeling of change that feels good to me. And I'll hold on to that until I can see change in 3D. And then 3D energy will support me. Like, whatever changes are happening, of course, it'll make me happy, it'll make me feel good. And so that will kind of give me the feedback that I need. But for now, the feedback that I'm holding on to is the change that I'm feeling within me, the change that I feel in my energy. Like, I feel like I'm good, I'm aligned, everything's flowing within me. I'm holding on to that, all right? So if you are also waiting for some changes to happen in 3D, I would highly recommend orienting your energy to yourself. Like, how are you feeling about the journey? How are you feeling about the changes that you have made? Hold on to that energy, because it takes time for you to see it happen in 3D. And until that point, you need something to keep your momentum going, right? So until that point, hold on to your energy. Hold on to the change that you feel within you, because that by itself is a signal that you are in alignment, or you're getting to wherever you have hopes to be, or the vision that you have for yourself, or even a point where you will be taught whether you need to realign or you need to pivot, so on and so forth. But it takes time for it to be shown to you in 3D. And until that point, if you need momentum, ask yourself, feel what you're feeling and use that as your momentum. All right, so that's where I'm at. So every time I'm panicking, I'm kind of like reorienting to myself, and I'm like, okay, fine. I understand that we're panicking, but what are we feeling? How are we feeling about us showing up, the system that we've set up? How are we feeling about it? Do we feel good? Yes, we feel good. Then let's continue. Let's hold on to that energy. It will be seen in 3D at some point, but for now, let's hold on to that energy, all right? We'll use that energy to give us momentum. So that's how I've been talking to myself. I really hope that that gives you a good starting point. If you have other like tips that have worked for you when you are waiting, like when you're in this limbo phase, when you're in this transition phase, before things actually start changing for you, like you've made changes and you're waiting for it to show up, the results of that to show up, absolutely let me know in the comment section below as well. And if this video helped you in some way, made you think, or it's something that you have been through before and you're like, hey, that clicks, definitely do give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because that tells you every single time I do upload a YouTube video. For now, take care, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye bye.